Hey everybody, it's your girl ToresaBeFree, and I want to say thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to come and hang out in ToresaBeFree's world. Listen, I count it such an honor and a privilege that you would choose me to come and watch for a few minutes, and I do not take that honor lightly. It is so precious to me. So listen, we're going to get off into a conversation that's going to sort of piggyback off of my first episode. But before we dive off into the conversation, I want to just ask you if you would please do me a huge favor, because this is a brand new channel that I've just gotten started. And so I need you all to help us go and grow so that we can reach many. So this is what I want you to do. All you got to do is three simple things, three. They're really simple and quick. I want you to, number one, if this is your first time visiting my channel, I want you to I want you to go down below and subscribe to your girl, ToresaBeFree. Number two, I want you to hit that bell so that you can get a notification every time that I do a brand new video, or in those times when I am going live. And then the third thing, and this is what I'm really looking forward to, is the conversation. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to talk back to me. Comment below in the comments and let me know what you are thinking about regarding what I'm saying, either if you're agreeing, disagreeing, or you have something that you want to share with me, because my intention is to build a community of people who are willing and ready and want to learn how to live their best life and be the absolute best versions of themselves that they can possibly be. So I want to say thank you for helping me out with that. So in today's second episode on ToresaBeFree's World, I want to sort of piggyback off of the first episode that I did, which was entitled, Are You Tired Yet? And today's conversation is going to be geared around relationships, because we were talking about starting over, and that conversation can be applied in so many in various circumstances. I'll put it like that. It could be a relationship with a friend. It could be you're in a different space in your career and you're ready to start over. It could be establishing a different type of relationship with your children, maybe, and or you could be in a space in your life where you're in a relationship and you're just ready to do something different. So in today's conversation, I want to share with you the importance of not only starting over, but in a relationship, because this is where I'm tying this conversation to. When you have made a decision that this is something that you are ready to do, you've assessed your situation, you've taken inventory, you've decided that you are going to release your hands from it, meaning that you are letting go of the situation. And the fourth thing was being okay with not knowing exactly what it's going to look like on the other side, but you're completely comfortable because you know that this is something that you need to do, and you know that you're going to be okay regardless. And the fifth thing was knowing that you have the power in your hands and in here to create the change that you need to see take place in your life. That's what we talked about in episode 4. So if you haven't watched that episode, I would strongly encourage you to do so, because there's some really good nuggets in there that I'm sure that can be helpful to you. But today, regarding relationships, and I'm talking about starting over, this is something that's been on my heart, and I just want to talk for a few minutes about it. So this episode probably won't be that long. But listen, this is something that I have noticed over the past couple of years, especially when I took my time out because I was going through my healing to wholeness process, in my separation, which led to divorce. And I'll talk about that in a whole nother episode and share my story. But this is something that is geared toward, this is a conversation that I want to have with the women and the men. And what I want to say is, it is, in my opinion, I believe that it is very important that you give yourself time to breathe. I believe it's important that you give yourself time to process. I believe it's important that you give yourself time to deal with all of the emotions that come up when you are starting over, and you're starting over is because you have made a decision that you do not want to be in a relationship, be it boyfriend, girlfriend, or a relationship, be it husband, wife, with your partner anymore. Listen, you've been with that person for a number of years. I don't care if it's 5 years, 3 years, 10 years, 15 years, and up. You have been with this person for a number of years. So there is a lot of you that has been connected or tied to in this relationship with that person. There's a lot of feelings and emotions and turmoil and sadness. I don't want to say loneliness, but for some, loneliness that you deal with, when you sever the ties in that relationship. And I think that it's important that you give yourself time to go through that process. However, what I have noticed, looking on the outside with others, and I know that men and women, we function and deal with things completely differently, but I'm still standing on what I'm saying. I have noticed that people break up and they don't give themselves enough time, in my opinion, to process and to go through their process. But they immediately jump into another friendship, relationship, situationship with somebody else, thinking that it's helping them, it's going to help them get over whoever they just left. And really, in my opinion, that is not a healthy thing to do. I believe that you should give yourself an ample amount of time to go through everything that you got to go through, because it's so important that you come out on the other side of this breakup healthy in here and in here and in your physical body, and whole, healthy, healed, and whole. So that whenever the time comes and that you do decide to enter into another friendship that might turn into a relationship, or you're just out on the dating scene like me, that you're not bringing all of that negative energy into a new friendship. It's important that you give yourself time to be by yourself so that you can learn about you. You can learn about what you like, what you don't like, what you want to do, where you want to go, the person that you want to be. When you give yourself time, and I mean an ample amount of time to do that, you become healed, healthy, and whole. And then, whenever the time arises, you're ready to deal with or take on entertaining, the opposite sex, or whatever, however you flow. But I have seen people leave one person, or they break up or whatever, and then they immediately are with somebody else, and they are miserable. And the reason that they are miserable is because they have not dealt with their baggage of what they just went through. It's not healthy, and I don't encourage people to do that. And so when it comes to the topic of starting over, and we direct this conversation towards relationships, for whoever this is for, I just want to let you know that it is so important that you take the necessary time that you need, man, that you take the necessary time that you need, woman, to heal from the inside out. You need to heal. You need to heal in your heart. You need to heal in your body, because a lot of you carried all of that emotional turmoil in your body. So you were dealing with various sicknesses and diseases, all geared to and tied to stress and your eating lifestyle, and so on and so forth. But it's so important that you take that time that is necessary for you to heal and become healthy and whole in your heart, body, and in your mind. Because the other thing, and it's really important, the other thing that takes place as you go through your process and learn about you is you will discover, and you will discover that some of the ways that you were thinking in regards to how a relationship should go, you will discover that some of your thinking may have been off, or maybe you approach certain situations the wrong way, or maybe you will learn that the next time around, this is how you can deal with a situation versus how you dealt with it in that situation, if that makes sense. So I want to hear from you all, because it is important for me to engage you all in a conversation, a meaningful conversation. And so I want you to comment below and give me your take, give me your thoughts. You can share your experience. If you disagree with something that I said, that's fine too. But I want to hear from you, because I think that this is important, because I've seen too many people break up, go through divorce or whatever, and then you look around and then they're with the next person, or in the midst of their separation or the divorce or breakup, they are already with somebody else. And I don't think that that's proper. I don't think that you are doing justice to yourself if you are the individual that's doing that. And I don't think that you're doing justice to the person that you have severed ties from. Everybody, and I strongly believe this, I don't care if you're a female or a male, but everybody needs to take that time to heal, become healthy and whole, so that you are not toxic, because what you're doing is functioning in toxicity. You need to get all of that shit out of you, whatever that looks like. And if that also means that you need to seek professional help, then that's something that you need to do. I did it. And it was amazing. I am so glad that I did, because had I not, I wouldn't be sitting here before you on today in ToresaBeFree's world talking about starting over and in a relationship, and being so adamant about giving yourself time to go through your healing to wholeness so that you can become a better person from this situation and be a better person in whatever your next relationship or situation looks like. Okay, so I hope that the words that I've shared on today, I hope that this conversation has given whatever it needs to have given, and I want to hear from you. I do. So this is what I want to say before I go off one last time. Comment below. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Like this video and share it, because I know some of y'all know some people that need to hear this conversation that we just had on today. So I want to say thank you for doing that, and then hit that notification bell so that you know when I got a new video up or when I'm going live, you don't miss out on the conversation in ToresaBeFree's world. All right. So I love you guys. You all have an amazing, 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 amazing day. And don't forget to smile. Bye.